Sorry, I pressed go live, went into this room, was just waiting for chat to happen, and after about 2 minutes, I was like, I don't think we're actually live. We were not. What's up, BT Nosy? We were in fact not live when I thought we were. So I'm still early, but I was about to be like 5 minutes early, but the stream was giving me technical difficulties. Yep, happy Monday indeed. I had a long weekend. I went to right after the stream on Friday, I rode my bike to a vintage bike museum, which is really cool that we have in downtown J-Town. And so I was there from like probably about 5:30 until like 7. And then after that, Saturday morning, really early, I woke up and drove my car to Captain's Quarters, which is our kind of like local high-end place on the river where they do car shows as well. So I did a car show Saturday morning, and then Sunday morning I woke up early to go to the J-Town Gaslight car show, which I was there from about 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. That was the longest. Well, it was the first time I've actually entered my car in a paid car show. And it was like the longest I've ever like had to stay at a car show, besides like the NSRA, which that's different. You got a 6800 right now. Hold on. This question seemed interesting. So you see how low the 5070 prices are, worth the upgrade. So I'll be honest, Nick. The 5070 is a pretty significant step up from the 6800, and some people may argue against this. I just know Matt and we have tested this theory. It's just, the thing is, newest AMD 90 series and newest NVIDIA 50 series, the ray tracing performance is so much better than the 6000 series. It's like ridiculous. So there will be some games where you might not notice a major difference, right? Like it may only be like, let's just say 20 to 40 FPS. There may be some games though, like Doom Eternal, maybe Marvel Rivals, a couple games like that, where like even though the hardware isn't like way better than the 5070, just the ray tracing cores, NVENC, all that good DLSS, big difference. So it could be worth it for you. Yeah, guys, this is a Matless stream. Heads up, and I know he warned you all. He will not be here all week. He's on vacation. Let him enjoy it. I will be here entertaining you all. And I'm not sure yet. One morning we might do like a little IRL stream. I may be going. It's not a fun. Well, kind of fun. I might set you guys up in like my 280Z or my Datsun pickup truck. And we might go to the DMV. So what I'm doing isn't fun, but for you guys watching, it should be fairly fun. You haven't seen the gift card from Friday come through. Does it take a bit, or should I have received it? What gift card was it, Junior? It wasn't Amazon, was it? By the way, chat, we got a letter. We just got a letter. So if you guys don't know, we have a sticker wall. And these right here, we have 3 that I believe are stickers. I don't know for sure yet. I think they are. Gift card to a Toasty Bros. I don't know what a Toasty Bros gift card is. We don't have those. What did we not tell you like what gift card it was? But yeah, that's our PO box, by the way, chat. For anyone wondering, this feels okay. This has to be okay, and the camera just froze. Hold on. So zoomed in. Hold on, chat. Hold on now. The rear camera, deactivate, activate. I press it 3 times. It's the magic. Yeah, this is like hella zoomed in. Is it? Hella zoomed in. Straight from clues as well. Yeah, I don't know. I don't, to the person like I want to get you taken care of. I just don't know. We never had it. I don't know what a okay, PCBros. Yeah, it usually does take a little bit. Did we get your email and everything? Here, I'll tell you what. I'll check our chat real quick. How about that? Hold on one second. Let's, because there should have only been like 1 or 2 gift cards. Let's see, giveaway winners. Oh yeah, I see. Does your email start with Leo? I think your name was Leo. If so, I see you up there in our chat. So someone just hasn't sent it yet. Okay, well, if that's it, Junior, if your email starts with Leo, We will be getting you taken care of. And I'll add David and Andrew even to remind them. All right, I've sent them a reminder. So you should get it today. Did you win the car show? I didn't. I don't even know. I'm hoping they'll tell us, like, what. So I know I didn't. I obviously wasn't going to win the judge portion of it because there were some really nice and really cool and really unique cars. They're all very clean. Mine is none of those. Mine's unique, I guess. It's kind of cool, but not clean. So I did not win, like, the part where, you know, you can actually get, like, an award. Well, I guess you could have if I got in the People's Award. I don't know what place I was in, though. I'm assuming I should have been pretty high up. Oh, cool. This is sick. So we actually got, I think this is our first local, well, this is our first local computer business. I don't know where this is. 252, if anybody wants to look it up. Elite Built Computers. This looks like a very old retro logo. But that's sick. That'll go on our photo wall. I'm going to put that right over there. See what we got next. Looks like that was it for that one. Shout out to Aaron. Sick. I'm going to call that number. It'd be nice if you do. This one looks pretty cool. This one looks like an actual company maybe that does stickers? Question mark? Oh, okay. So these are like pretty nice vinyl memes. Okay, highly caffeinated and mildly motivated. What is the charge eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal. These are sick. So we got task failed successfully. Intel Pro, what is that? Potato inside. I love that. We got, I think, this comes up a lot actually. When you look at PCBros, is this South Park? This comes up a lot. If you look at PCBros, we're starting to finally kind of like, I guess you could say, bury it a little bit. But for a while there, when you looked at PCBros, I always got South Park stuff. Yeah. And then zip tie certified, and then we got the Linux penguin. Okay, that's 6. That's Tux. We got that. Yeah, I think these will all end up because we don't really have enough stickers, so I think those will all go on the wall. That's a shout out to an artist on Redbubble. Okay. Oh, is this drummer in a box? Maybe. I see they put drummer up top. I don't know if drummer in a box is here. The NFL Lions coach. Oh, okay. The Linux Penguin was great in Toy Story 2. Was he actually in it? All right, and then lastly, we have one from, thank you for the sub, Tool. Lastly, we have one from, I think this is the State family. Sounds very fancy. They have like their own like letterhead for mailing. All right, we got all the stickers out here. We got some, that's cool. All right, save the environment, stop wiping. All right, that's sick. That's sick. Oh, look, we got a king of the trill. It looks like he's got a little J in his mouth or something there. I don't know. Thank you, Dirk, for the sub. Oh, cool. We got a university. University of Wisconsin, Plateville. Is this a real place? A little bit. Got some stickiness on it, chat. What's going on there? Oh, he's a propane tank. It's Hank Hill in propane and propane accessories. Drummer is good peeps. Is that drummer in a box? Does that sound right? Thank you. It was a hype train. We got 100 bits from, who's that from? Oh, GoGo Gadget. Thank you very much. And then we got ban electric eels, support funding for ethanol-based eels. Wow. All right. I'll tell you what, guys. I'm going to take you all over to the sticker bomb wall. We're getting pretty close to the point where we might actually start getting some B-roll over here. I don't think anyone's used it just yet, just because we're still, you know, working on getting enough stickers. All right, we are zoomed in. And I know I mentioned this before, guys. I really do appreciate, I like the meme stickers, but if there's any like local businesses that you support, that you own, whatever, you know, we appreciate, you know, getting those. All right, we're putting up electric eels first. The cool one. And electric eels, support for ethanol-based eels. We'll put up Hank Hill. Propane and propane accessories. Like, this one's so small. Hank Propane. We got King of the Trill. Thick. King of the Trill. We'll go ahead and put up this Wisconsin. Are you from Wisconsin? Put this one over here. Never heard of this place, University of Wisconsin Plateville. Get that fun one. We got our caffeination one. Very cool. Oh, I covered up part of Toasty Bros. That's crazy. We can't even have our own branding here, chat. Sorry I'm late, I didn't want to come. That's actually part of a song. What is that song? Is that, it's like, sorry I'm late, I don't want to be here, I didn't want to come, or something like that? Or maybe this is it. It's like is it a, what is that one band, Death Cab for Cutie or whatever? One of their songs, chat, does that sound right? We got this dope one. It's like a stick figure drawing. Looks like someone made it themselves. I like the stop wiping one goes pretty hard. Yeah, once again, chat, for anybody that's like just rolling in, what I'm doing right now is this is our sticker bomb wall, which like some of you guys probably haven't seen this. This is a table. It is literally a fold-out table. Is that not the coolest thing? This gives me ideas for my house, like for workshop areas that maybe they're against a door, because we have a door right here. And so if you guys don't know, we're to the point where like we've used almost every single little bit of space we have, to the point that like, we're having to get kind of creative for new B-roll spots. So this was Zach's idea, Zach at Toasty Bros. He was like, yeah, I'd like to have like a sticker bomb wall for smaller product B-roll. So, this would be for like small things like, headphones, SSDs. So you have a chance, like I said, if you have any local businesses that you like or that you're a part of or whatever, you have a chance to basically be in like Toasty Bros, PC Bros, Toasty DIY, like, a lot of content. Even like other people's ads, which would go pretty crazy. All right, getting a little bit of sticker overlap here. This is good. That's what we're wanting. Yeah, the PC Bro one goes crazy because that's pretty funny. Like I said, we've always like Toasty Bros for a long time. We were kind of not fighting. We actually really like these guys, but we're fighting for SEO. There's another company called Toasty Bros Brewing, and they're like a brewery that does like beer and stuff like that. And for a long time, when you looked up Toasty Bros, they would come up like first. Now we have very much, which I'm not saying I'm proud of, but we have very much buried that. And then PC Bros, like I said, the South Park bit used to come up a lot, but we're to the point where now PC Bros kind of took over. All right, and lastly, we got our local to wherever this is. I have no clue where it is, like I said, but local computer shop. I know it's local because I've never heard of it. Very nice sticker, good vinyl. We'll put this one right over here. Right on the left side. Sick. All right, guys, this wall is looking pretty good. What do y'all think? I'd say it's to the point where we probably could start getting some light B-roll there. Because the table's really nice. It's like a very nice natural stained wood. But yeah, it's getting pretty close. Our goal though is to really cover the whole thing. Like we don't want to see any gray. We don't want to see any wall. All right, that was photo unboxing time with Jackson. It was fun, guys. Thank you all. Once again, our PO box. All you gotta do is exclamation point PO or whatever it is, and yeah, you guys can send us. It doesn't even have to be stickers. If you guys ever want to send us fan mail or the box isn't huge, but it's big enough to fit like small packages. So any quirky stuff, whatever. A lot of the stuff on our set here actually is sent from viewers, like the ducks, the little baby toast, duck, graphics card. Linus Tech Tip, signed screwdriver. Sent by fans. You guys know what I'm saying? Into the channel, Linus Tech Tips. What's it to ya? Is overhead cam not working? Where's overhead cam? Oh, it's turned off. Probably from when we were doing our spit take. Can I send you my $1,600 gaming PC? I wouldn't deny it. You don't have a 3D printer, but 3D printed waifu statues? Those probably wouldn't make it on the set, but they would make it in the office, that's for sure. They'd be funny. All right, guys. We need to hurry up and build this PC before, I already know I'm going to end up It's gonna take me too long, and then Jonah and everyone's gonna get here, and I'm gonna still be building. You know, upgrade your i7 3770 RX 580. I have $190. I'm gonna be honest, that's very tough. Right now you have a very balanced build, it's pretty old. You know, if it does what you want, cool. But it is to the point where like you really are just looking at a whole platform swap. I mean, maybe upgrading your i7 motherboard. But I mean, you literally have to upgrade your i7, your motherboard, and your RAM just to get to like even, you know, a 12th gen like i3 or something like that. Which, by the way, a 12th gen i3 would be a lot better than that old i7. New trend, can it run Borderlands 4? Can it run unoptimized 4? That's what sucks about a lot of the new games. It's not really like the games are that hard to run. It's, well, they are. It's like they're just unoptimized. So that's kind of frustrating, you know? We're in an era where like we're getting so many incomplete games that like, because it's like Unreal Engine 5 is so common. Like look at Fortnite. Fortnite's Unreal Engine 5. It runs great, right? There's multiple, this looks like it's been retaped. There's multiple games that are Unreal Engine 5 and they run great. But then, you know, we're seeing a lot of new games. Like I think Borderlands, I believe, is Unreal Engine 5 and, you know, it runs like shit. So it's like the owners, like some of the devs of Unreal Engine 5 have basically said it's not Unreal Engine 5's fault, clearly. It's these game developers. They're given the tools to do whatever type of optimization they want, but they just don't. They literally just stop at making the game, and they're like, all right, good enough. And then people just blame Unreal Engine 5. They're like, Unreal Engine 5 is making these games run like shit. And it's like, nah, there's a lot of Unreal Engine 5 games that actually run really well. Looking to switch from DDR4 like to DDR5. I mean, I'll be honest, if you're like mainly, it really doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're gaming, content creating, whatever, there's not like these major differences like you might think going to DDR5. So, you know, maybe do it for other reasons, and DDR5 upgrade's a bonus, you know? Asking for advice, you got 12400F, DDR5 RAM, 9060 XT, 1080p, 72 hertz. That's weird. You got about, okay, so first of all, I'd upgrade that monitor. You're gonna feel a major difference in both your performance, your overall looks. Get yourself like a 27-inch 1440p 144 hertz monitor or better. They're about $100 to like $150 on Amazon. Look for brands like Koorui, that's Koorui, I think. KTC. There's also some name brands that go on sale, but that's like one of the biggest price to performance jumps you can make starting out. Other than that, I mean, you already have DDR5. I'm assuming you have 32 gigs. You have enough storage. I mean, you have a good system. You know, Owen tested 9800X, 3D 5090, barely hit 60 FPS in high settings. Yeah, that's just poor optimization. Can you run Unreal Engine 5 on Gen 4 system? Yeah, you can run Unreal Engine 5 on anything. I mean, it just depends on your expectations and stuff. All right, 9600X down the hatch. Remember, guys, if your CPU is ever slightly off, don't push and move. You kind of nudge from the sides. So you get bent pins when you push. Another tip I have for you all too that we've seen a few PCBros repairs come in lately, where some of the AM5 pins are actually flattened, not bent, just flattened. So it makes it harder for them to contact. If you guys don't know, AM5 pins and Intel, they don't just go like straight up. They don't go straight sideways. They basically kind of go diagonal and then another diagonal. If you torque down your cooler too much on one side, it's going to cause the CPU to flatten pins out. So that's the reason why it's really important to almost go the mechanic style of zigzagging back and forth. So you torque, you know, screw number 1 a little bit, then go to screw number 2, then go to 3, then go to 4. Doesn't really matter the order. You're just going opposites, right? Diagonals. Oh yeah, AM4 bent pins was really common. And I will say though, AM4 bent pins are a little easier to fix on the CPU than AM5 pins and like Intel LGA pins are in the motherboard. Which that's what LGA is. Basically, AMD is also LGA now, which is weird to think about, but LGA isn't Intel's thing really. It just stands for Land Grid Array. Versus what AMD was for a long time and Intel has even had before. It's called PGA, which is Pin Grid Array. Juan Pin. All right, so this cooler, a little bit different mounting than I'm used to, but we're actually gonna be using stock brackets. Sick. Is that Gigabyte more deluxe MOBO? Wonder if it has, if it's any better than Gigabyte. God. Well, this is an Aorus board. Aorus boards, I mean, that is Gigabyte. It's Gigabyte Aorus. It's definitely like Aorus is like their top of the line. This isn't necessarily top line motherboard in the Aorus lineup, but it's like an entry level Aorus board. So it's pretty fancy. I mean, you get a lot of NVMe slots. You're going to have multiple PCIe spaced apart pretty well too. So, you know, for things like capture cards, you can still have your big old graphics card up top here. And then fit like a capture card and like a USB expansion hub. We got 2 terabyte. This was a build planned by Jonah, by the way, chat. If you guys didn't know, our PCBros builds are planned by a little bit of everyone. I'd say I probably plan about like 80 or maybe 85% of the builds you guys see in the morning. And then Jonah's probably the other like, that port's so tight. Jonah's probably the other like, you know, maybe like 5-10%. And then sometimes we'll have Matt plan a build. Sometimes like Tyler or Andrea at PCBros will plan a build for us. I never had a NVMe that felt like tight. Huh. Try again. Oop. Then this just isn't wanting to latch. I'm just gonna have to use a different slot. Actually, no, it is latched. Okay. Just barely latched. And I totally took up the wrong key cover. That's okay. That's okay. Wait, no, I didn't. Now I just took up the wrong one. What am I doing, chat? Ah. Here we go. There we go. What's the next 30-day challenge? So Matt's going to be doing his own 30-day challenge in a little bit. I don't know when. He's doing a 30-day Linux challenge. I will not be partaking in that for a couple reasons. And I told Chad a little bit about it yesterday while we were gaming, but you know, I was like, reason number one, and I'm gonna be brutally honest with you guys. I like experimenting with Linux. I do not really love Linux. I'm just gonna be honest. Not because I like what it stands for, right? I like that Linux's whole thing is being open source and free, but I'm gonna be honest. In terms of like just going home and using my PC here, I've been on Windows for, I mean, my whole life. It's what I know. I know how to use it well. I use it for my job. I don't have any desire to switch to Linux at the moment. My other problem is the games that I play are much different than Matt's. Matt plays a lot of really cool like single player, a lot of indie games, a lot of you know, just solo games that don't have anti-cheat. Every game that I play pretty much has anti-cheat. Therefore, I can't even play them on Linux. So not only just having to navigate and figure that out for a whole month, because like those challenges, I mean, the biggest thing you guys got to remember is I do YouTube for like a living, right? And the last thing I really feel like doing sometimes when I go home, like I just spend all day here at work doing challenges, building PCs, doing all kinds of things, right? And then I'm like, I get to go home and game. Well, last month I got to go home and game every day on a laptop that I didn't really want to be on. And then I think a couple months before that, which this wasn't a huge deal because it felt about the same, I was having to go home and record myself almost every day running a 9070, like an RX 9070, which because I swapped my build out. So, you know, it's one of those things where I don't mind doing the home challenges when they don't interfere a whole lot with like my daily routine. But some of them really do interfere a lot. I think that's the biggest thing. People need to start putting their foot down and not allowing games to access their kernel. No, and you know, like I said, Graham, I'm not being a hater. I mean, maybe I do sound like a hater. I don't know. I don't dislike Linux at all. I think Linux is super cool. I like what it stands for. I'm just in the boat where like I don't really care to put my foot down. I want to go home and play the games I want to play. I mean, shoot, I played on console for many years and I was very happy doing it. I switched to PC. I'm even happier. The last thing I want to do is gimp myself with only being able to play like certain games, having to learn a whole new OS every single day after I've, you know, I finally feel like I'm at a point where I've learned a lot about Windows and I finally in my life know a lot about it and like how to navigate it well. So I don't really care to hardcore learn a new operating system. I'll do it for fun at work. You know, when I'm here, I don't mind running Linux and trying things out. But yeah, you know, everybody has their things that they want to learn, you know? I learn a lot of stuff every day. Linux at the moment just isn't one that I'm interested in. Same with Apple. I have no interest in learning Mac OS. I have no interest in running Mac OS. If Matt was like, oh, let's do a Mac OS challenge, I wouldn't want to do that either. There's certain games that don't run well on Mac or that won't run at all on Mac. So, yeah, I don't know. Call me picky, chat. But no, there will probably be other challenges. I am working on a really fun video right now that I think you guys will end up loving because it's going well. I'm doing a Facebook Marketplace build challenge, and this is different than the ones we've normally done. Normally, we buy a PC or we buy a mostly built PC, do a couple small upgrades. I'm building a full gaming PC from scratch. I've already gotten 4. I'm about to have 4 today. 4 of like the 7 or 8 main components. I'll be building that sometime this week as I get the parts, but I'm going full vlog style. I'm getting video of me grabbing all the parts, picking them up. I'm having some funny interactions as well. I'm having some questionable interactions. It's going to be a fun one. You guys will like it. Hectic. Android is Linux-based, so you might be a Linux user and don't know it. No, very true. I run a Google Pixel. Now, once again, it'd be like if you hand me, I don't want to switch to iPhone, not because I dislike Apple environment. I think Apple environment's very clean. I think it's very sick how everything is just, I'm going to be honest, Apple just works. Okay, chat? It works. It's simple. Everything is integrated really well when it comes to Apple stuff, but I've been on Android like my whole life. That's literally the main reason I don't switch. It's not because I'm like a big Apple hater necessarily. I mean, I don't love Apple, but I just don't have a desire. Like, everybody has their passions. I know a lot of you guys are very enthusiastic about everything tech. I love tech. I don't always just want to like I said, I do tech every day here at the office for hours. And there's times where I'll work 12 hours here, chat. It's not common, but I do. Like I said, when I go home, I want to be able to get on my phone. I want to be able to scroll Instagram, Facebook. I want to be able to, know how to call, text, take photos. Like, I don't feel like learning something new in that regard. Pixel is an interesting mix match. It is. I started off with, I'm not like 27. I'm not like old by any means, but I started off with like the bare basics. I started off with a like a Nokia Go phone, like paid. It was the brick one. It didn't flip up. It literally just screen was right there. Next, I did have my first flip phone. That one was like T-Mobile, I think. I think I had a couple flip phones. I think I swam with 1 or 2 of them. They were cheap flip phones. After that, I got my first Sidekick. I loved that thing. It was like a blue. I have no clue what brand it was. It was blue. It had a camera. It had the full keyboard when it flipped up. I loved it. After that, I believe I got my first smartphone, but I didn't have any internet access. It was just literally a smartphone that like I don't think I knew how to use the Wi-Fi, or maybe didn't even have Wi-Fi. I don't remember. But yeah, it basically wasn't even a smartphone for me. Next up, I think my first real smartphone that I actually got to use was the Galaxy S1. So no, I don't think it was HTC. I feel like it was Samsung. Does that sound right? It's like a light blue Samsung Sidekick. But anyways, Galaxy S1. Then I went to, I think, the Galaxy S3. And then I think, if this sounds about right timing-wise, I got my first Google Pixel. And since then, I've basically skipped a generation every Google Pixel. So like right now, I have the Google Pixel 8 Pro, I think it is. I've thought about getting the 10. I don't know if I will. I mean, it's been out and I haven't bought it. My 8's just been working fine, so I just don't really have much of a reason to switch. Normally, I would switch my smartphone once the battery life starts to really diminish, or if I'm having problems, which my Pixel 8, the battery life's kind of getting there, but it still works. Like, I still make it through the whole day just fine, even using my phone all day. And on top of that, I don't really have any problems with it. So, yeah. The rumor 2.3. I don't know. And a trick for buggy constantly having Skyrim. SKSE didn't load all the way. We bring a console like 3 seconds. That's so weird. I think, chat, this is a Lee and Lee case I had not built in before, actually. Designed to dominate, built to game. I like that. I like that, Lee and Lee. Clever. Yeah, Jonah, this, like I said, it's a Jonah plan build. I don't always know what's in his mind, but he gave me a bunch of extra Okinos fans. I don't know if maybe this doesn't come with any. I feel bad for kids today. They'll never experience Moore's Law. It's pretty funny, isn't it? Hey, it still happens pretty regularly, like, to an extent. I mean, there's still a lot of generations with things where we get very marginal gains. It's just companies are doing much better at hiding that. Because I think they know they won't sell certain generations of graphics cards, CPUs, phones, cars. You know, they've gotten a lot better at hiding the fact that they're not growing certain generations. The phone they used to have was a Rumor 2. It had a QWERTY keyboard. It was big as your palm. Oh, okay, so it was a Samsung Rumor. So the biggest thing I remember about it, and my friends always make fun of me for this, chat. The biggest thing I remember about that phone was the camera had a night vision mode, and it actually like legitimately worked. Like no flashlights, no weird red like dots. Like literally, if you turn the lights, like you could be in a cave, pitch black. You turn on night vision mode, that bitch could actually get like pictures and see in the dark. It was insane. My friends always make fun of me for it because they're like, I don't think it really works, blah, blah. Like it definitely, I tested it many times. It was sick. Okay. All right, Lean Lee, this is interesting. So we got a plastic top, very perforated. This is weird to see a Lean Lee case that's doesn't really look like Lean Lee. I mean, it has like, is that on all the way? It's not, okay. The glass is like off right now. Oh, okay, it's just like a click in, that makes sense. At first I was like, wow, that is not good. I saw it at first and I was like, dude, that gap is huge. That's not good. Yeah, Lean Lee making a more traditional case. It's, you know, is this a Landcool? I think this is, right? Lean Lee Vector V100. I don't think this is a Landcool. Yeah, kind of. I mean, it kind of seems like their Landcool lineup where it's more traditional. It's not like an 011, a little bit on the cheaper side. Looks like we have like an RGB strip right there. Kind of cool. Slanted USB ports. Okay. Is there a bend in the case? Yeah. Yeah, check it out. The ports are slanted with it. It's interesting. Definitely unique of all things. Toolless too. Not a single screw to get the stuff open, which that's sick. Love to see that. All right, let's throw our power supply in here. So we got a 5070, so we should just need the ATX 3.0 connector. I don't think we might not need any SATA. That's, yep, that. I think everything can be powered off the board, so yeah, this would be pretty simple. Before that, most simple Nokia until the age of 16 around 2009. Sounds about right. Did you see another? Yeah, we saw that. I mean, Matt normally is the one who goes through and like, well, the way I look at it is like, I don't know. I mean, it's not even a good thumbnail like for their, it literally says almost perfect on it. Like, I don't know. And like the name has nothing to do with our name. The only thing we can even do is report it. So we appreciate you guys if you ever see anything that's fishy, if you guys want to report it. We do have an eBay, but you'll know if it's us because it's literally like PCBros LLC sales or something like that. Thank you, Grimmy. Grimmy. Oh my gosh, dude, that smell. Whew. V-True is cooking. It smells like death. The factory that they build these in cannot smell good. Holy crap, dude. Ooh. You know what, though? It's on the tier list, and it's good. That's all that matters. You get an old 2021 Corsair PSU, you want to buy a 5070, safest way to power it. So you can just get, I mean, yeah, you might be able to find the Corsair upgrade cable if they have it. They also sell, what I would buy, actually, is, let me see if I have one. I think I have one over here somewhere. Ooh, or do we use it? I think we might have used it. So anyways, you're looking for, you know, the 16-pin power cable. They sell a cool adapter where it's like 2 or 3 8-pins to a single 16-pin, and it's long. So you can hide that all those ugly connectors in the power supply basement connected to your power supply, and no one will know. So I do suggest doing that if you can't find like the actual ATX 3.0 to 3.0 connector, which that power supply might not have a port for it. I think it's old enough where it wouldn't. Essentially, just using y'all's clean SPCs, that's like ultimate flattery. That's true. It's very true. Oop. You guys, we got a lot of PCs listed, by the way, like over the weekend. So PCBros.tech, if you, a friend, a family member, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever they are, check out the website. Got a lot of good stuff. We got some pretty good like local only deals too. So if there's anyone in here that is local to Louisville, Kentucky, you guys can come down to the shop. Definitely worth the visit, even if you're not even trying to buy anything. We got free arcade games. We got drinks. We got gumball machine. I mean, I'm just saying, it's a good time. It's a good time. We kind of have like a little mini museum going on too. A lot of cool stuff that you guys have seen in videos, you guys haven't seen in videos, that's just chilling up front. Hey, chilling. All right, so we got our RTX 3.0, two USB, not USB, two CPU pins. We don't need PCIe. I don't think we're gonna need SATA. So I'm just gonna throw all this back in the bag, and if we end up needing it, we'll get it out. It's the spot. It's legit. Hang out there all the time. Hell yeah. We do sell. We have a vacuum up front for sale. No joke. We have a. It's one of those like vacuum mop combos where it does both. It's a really good deal. It works great. Matt literally did an ad spot on it, and that was it. That was the only time it was used for. I went through and fully cleaned it out with vinegar and dishwashing soap too, just to make sure it didn't get all like nasty. And I think it's like a $200 or $300 lithium ion vacuum mop combo, and we're probably selling it for like $100. So a lot of the random stuff, we have both of the, we have the augmented reality and the VR glasses for sale up front. Those Rokid ones, those were like $450 or $500, I believe. I think we're selling it up front for like $250. And like all this stuff's new. So we're so random. I think there's a mosquito net for sale up front, like a garage mosquito net. It's basically like anything you guys ever see like an ad, or even like, you know how we'll do like those Temu things where we buy crap on Temu and like AliExpress. A lot of times we don't just want to like throw that stuff away. We don't want to waste it. So we have like a whole section of the shop that we call like our bargain table, where we sell stuff for like $5 or less. Like we have a whole shelf of that. So yeah, there's stuff even besides PCs up there. There's actually a chance soon I will be going and doing another visit to another local tech YouTuber. He's not local to here. He lives a couple hours away, but you know, every so often, because he doesn't like to buy and sell things, he just does reviews and wants to get rid of them. So I may be doing another visit to him sometime soon, and there's a good chance we'll have a lot more random stuff for sale. Like there will be TVs, there will be a lot of Roku and like Fire Stick, you know, devices, stuff like that. A lot of vacuums, because he does a little bit more like outside of the normal tech world than us. He gets very good, like, you know, affiliate and stuff like that. So, and he's good at it. I can't blame him. Does the PCBros store sell PC parts themselves? Yes. I will be honest, and we tell people this every time. We sell parts. We'll sell pretty much anything you need, but you're going to be paying a little bit of a premium for it, because a lot of the parts, we do not get like discounts like you would think we would. So realistically, for us to sell it, like, it just only makes sense that we have to sell it and make some money. So typically, whatever you see like going for on Amazon for a PC part, I would add about 5, maybe 10% to that. Now, when it comes to peripherals, so like keyboards, mice, mouse pads, headsets, monitors, stuff like that, that stuff we have really good deals on typically, because a lot of that stuff we videos, and then we gotta get rid of it afterwards. So usually that stuff we don't try to really sell for much profit. Like sometimes it'll literally be, a lot of times it's less than what an MSRP is for, because we know that it's an open product. It's been used and tested. We look at that as having some value because it's been used and tested by PC guys who know what they're doing. So if it has any problems, we won't sell it, or we'll sell it at a really big discount and we'll tell you guys. So, you know, there's advantages to it. I usually tell people we're kind of like a mini Best Buy, you know? Oh, and that's the other thing too, is we do buy stuff too. So if you guys ever want to do trade-in, we do like cash offers for things. Once again, we're only buying your products to resell, so please don't expect like top dollar, but if you want quick dollar, we can offer that. All right, so I see what Jonah's going for here. We're going for 1 in the back and then 3 on the side. 3 on the tree. I think I'm gonna go cooler up top here. We have a choice in this case. We put on the side or the top, but I think the top would be best just for coolant flow and you know, keeping air bubbles out. So that is how we gonna do it, chat. Are you building? So that's a good question. So most of the PCs you see us build in the morning are literally going to go on our PCBros website. So if you look at PCBros.tech, we got a whole page of PCs that we're selling, and a lot of our PCs, if you guys didn't know it, they're one-offs. So it's almost like if you guys were to sell a PC at home right now, you know, you're going to list pictures of that PC. And that's the PC the customer is going to get. We're not like a lot of other pre-built companies where we just take one picture of a PC and then we sell thousands of a similar or same one. We do have that. We have our staple builds where there's like 9 builds that, you know, it's generic photos we've taken. We try to give you exactly what you see. But, you know, those we keep the parts on hand for. These builds that you see Matt and I build in the morning, they are literally one-offs. You may not ever see a build like it again. Which, I'll be honest, like this build, for example, I don't see us using this case very much. You know what I mean? This is like a brand new case. I don't even know if it's out yet. I hope it is. Yeah, we may not build this case again. It's hard to say. Got one. I should probably put the rest of the fans in. I should put the rest of the fans in before I forget. Do one of these, chat. Hell yeah. Really hide the cables here too, I think. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is it okay to pair a 5070 with the 9700X? Heck yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Oh yeah, wait. Sorry, I'm not really paying attention. Yeah, that'd be exhaust. So right now, this whole build would be exhaust. Yeah, we should probably go intake on that. Good call, big man. I was about to just kind of mindlessly screw that in. TBH. So we'll do intake on the side here, which I think would make the most sense. Oh no, my cable routing not going to work as well now, big man. JK, it'll work fine. What's the IO? That's a Montec IO. I think it's also new. Gosh, what is it called? I threw away the box. Montec Hyperflow. No, the Hyperflow's been out. What am I saying? Hey, great. Am I crazy, chat? I know I'm crazy. Hey, Toaster Bros, got a spare 7600X for the nephew. Originally pairing it with the GTX 1060. Later on, thinking a B580 or 90. I'll be honest, the 9060 XT is a good amount better. So the B580 is easier to compare to like the previous gen, so like the RTX 4060 and the RX 7600, which Matt and I did testing. Honestly, the RX 7600 and the 4060 are better in pretty much everything, not by a lot, just a little bit, than the B580. And on top of that, the 9060 XT, like especially the 16 gig, majorly better than the B580, especially when it comes to like the ray tracing performance, the streaming capabilities, FSR. The 9060 XT, I know it's probably what, like $75, $100 more, a good amount better. I mean, yeah, the B580 is 12 gig, but like in our testing, we couldn't find a game where the B580 really ran better than the 8 gig 7600 or the 4060. Hence the reason why I'm one of those people that like, I understand the argument of VRAM, but people really blow it out of proportion. Like even the 9060 XT 8 gig will way outperform the B580 12 gig. Once again, people just really blow the VRAM thing out of proportion. There are some games out there, you know, where you'll get, oh, are these reverse blade? Duh. I think these are reverse blade, chat. So I think we do mount these normal. Did you want to write on the list? Okinos AirGB fans. Shoot. Yeah, I think these three have to be reverse blade because they don't even look even close to this one back here. So I think I do need to mount it like how I had it. So big man, I think I was right. Subconsciously, I'm always right. I don't know. I'm pretty confident. I mean, they look like reverse blade to me, big man. I mean, if you look at them, you see how the blades just look I don't know if you guys will notice. Like Matt and I build PCs every day, so like this just catches my eye. It looks wrong. You know. Rit Row, VRAM isn't the end-all be-all of GPUs. Shun this. Oh no. Bad hot take. No. No, chat. Please don't shun me. Now, like I said, that's been a thing for years, and it's going to continue being a thing. It kind of sucks, but like I said, I see both sides of the argument, but mainly, I just think people just blow VRAM out of proportion. Like, they think it plays way more of a role than it does in gaming. It's like, it plays a role, it's just not nearly what you think it is. Most of the people that argue, like, VRAM and needing more of it, they can't even tell you what VRAM even does. So, just saying. You got a 5500 1660 Ti, you get about $250. Best bang for buck GPU. So, your 5500 is a Gen 3 CPU. So, I'm gonna be honest, you really don't save much going used right now. So realistically for $250, I would, if you can bump up just a little bit, I would try to get yourself the RX 9060 XT. Like if you can just get a little bit more budget. Yeah, these are definitely reverse blade. And if they aren't, I'll make Jonah turn them around. Because I'll just be like, this is your fault. How is it his fault? I don't know. But I just don't, I think I've turned these around like twice. This was my third time. They're different, kind of see one from back. No, they're definitely different. My only fear is like, I mean, we do build with fans. Like every fan company makes their blades slightly different. These just, I'm almost, like they very much look like reverse blade. Of what I'm used to reverse blade looking like. So, pretty confident they are. It's just there's always the off chance that they're just a different design. But we'll see. We'll see. No, blame Jonah. The GT710 is rough. The GT710 is pretty rough. Hey, it's a good display graphics card now. It is to the point though where like I wouldn't even consider it a gaming card at all. I mean, there are certain games, so I don't want to say it's just like, you can't game on it because that's not true. Just it's very, very light gaming, and we're talking like Roblox and Minecraft. Maybe some other like indie titles out there. Does any fan company make fans that the blades are serrated? Oh yeah. Be Quiet, they have a couple of models that have like this serrated looking fans. I think Montech might. I want to say almost every company has a fan in their lineup that has serrated blades. I don't really know if they actually do anything. They look kind of cool when the build's off. You can't even see it when it's on. They done spin too fast. All right, chat, we're making okay timing here. Let's go ahead and lay this build down. Now you guys actually able to see what's going on. You should make Jonah play in the RTX 3050 gig for messing up the fans. Oh yeah. Yeah, Jonah's not a big fan of that card either. Well, it's one of those things where like he has a love-hate for it. I think he hates how much we use it, but he also respects it, It's helped the channel. We got a video coming up, actually, chat, that'll probably be doing next week, if I had to guess, where we're going to be testing a 5090 with its, 32 gigs of VRAM versus the 3056 gig. I know you guys are wondering, why are you doing that test? Well, we're really testing the price to performance. So, FPS per dollar, essentially. My guess, because, get this, chat. The 3056 gig, or 3056 gig is 13.5 to 14 times cheaper than the 5090. That means you could buy about 14 3056 gigs for the price of one 5090. I could be wrong, and maybe I'll be proven wrong, and I'll eat my words. I get the vibe that the 5090 price to performance will be much, much worse than the 3056 gig. But we will see, because I could be totally wrong. This is just an educated guess. Typically, when you go top of the line anything, it's diminishing returns. So, my mind says that that's definitely going to be the case for this, but who knows? Oh, shoot. Okay, you know what? I keep changing the camera angle with my dingling, I'm realizing. That's what's going on here, chat. because this is in a different spot now, so I can kind of, I'm going to do it now. Here it is. Yeah, I was like, because I keep changing the camera angle, and then I look up and I'm like, that's not the camera angle I picked. Yeah, Chad, we got some cool stuff back here though. We got my dangling. We have this. Check it out. 3D printed holder for a Logitech keyboard, so I can actually control the camera and everything from all the way over there. We also have a 3D printed holder for our Logitech Stream Deck, or our Elgato Stream Deck. So I can, do this on the fly. Pretty sick, huh? Pretty sick. Oh, my ding ding. No. No. Great ARGB header. Plug that John in. All right, let's put some screws in the motherboard. I don't know if this is fine. It's probably a fine thread case if I had to guess. I think Lee & Lee's typically fine thread. You're going to build a PC with the 9600 and 5070, but you wanted some more juice, so you went 9700X and 9070 XT. That's a good choice. You really wouldn't have gone wrong with either one. You definitely spent a little more, obviously, on your build. I'd guess probably an extra couple $100. But I think you probably get close to a couple $100 worth of performance extra. I mean, the 9070 XT is definitely closer to like the 5080. But in some things, it's not too far off, though. It's not too far off from the 5070, surprisingly. I mean, the 5070, really, its only downfall is the fact that it's 12 gigs of VRAM. I personally don't care. Like I said, 12 gigs, there's not a game that it can't play. People can argue the whole Indiana Jones, the Great... It'll still play Indiana Jones and the Great Freaking Circle. It'll still play the games that are VRAM hungry. You just may have to go, like, medium settings, depending on what, resolution you're playing on. But 5070 is a wonderful card, but if you really like, I have to have 16 gigs of VRAM, 5070 Ti, it's a pretty big price difference, though. I mean, it's decent performance jump, but you're looking at like $200, which I wish it wasn't that much. Because me personally, I don't feel like 4 extra gigs of VRAM and a little bit more performance under the hood is worth that. Like if it was me and I was having to pick, I would just get the 5070. I bought a 5080 because I'm stupid, and I spent almost $1,500 on mine because I got them when they kind of came out and they were still really price hiked, and you can now get them for about $1,000. So I do think that whenever super cards come out, like the new TIs, I may... If there's like a big performance jump between any of them, I might just try to sell my 5080 if I can get really good money for it and go to one of those. I'm not saying it's worth it. I think it's a dumb upgrade. It's more like an enthusiast thing, but I kind of do this for a living. I'm kind of an enthusiast. Why not? But I don't know, chat. That's only if I really feel the urge, which I probably won't by the time it comes around, because my 5080 does everything I need. It'll quite literally just be an upgrade for fun. You guys do that sometimes, right? Upgrade for fun? Upgrade because you feel like you need it? Upgrade because you have a problem? A mental disorder, if you will, chat? Jackson, do you enthuse? I'm not an enthusiast on PCs as much as you guys probably think I would. Most recently, it is the most enthusiast I've ever been on PCs. I mean, I have a 9800X 3D and a 5080. I normally always had, like, honestly closer to like the lower end of things. Like my upgrade path over the years has been like, I was an Athlon guy. I was an FX guy. I always went for the underdog. But I remember I had a 1060 for a long time, and then I bought a 2060. I bought it off of Zach, used. That was my first like streaming graphics card. I streamed on that thing at 1440p and it worked great. I then upgraded to when Matt, I think it was just Matt, went to California, met Jensen. I, at the time, just did not want to fly. He got a free 2080 Super. And so I remember at the time we were getting some pre-builts with the same card. So I ended up swapping the 2080 Super. I used that for a long time. So I had a 2080 Super with a 5800X. Ran that up until very recently, and that's when I bought the 9800X 3D because I was just feeling enthusiast. I bought that as well as my 5080 a couple months, or actually it was a few months later. I ran the 9800X 3D with the 4070 for a while, and it worked really good. And it's funny because I tell people, I'm like, believe it or not, going from my 4070 to my 5080, not a huge performance jump. Not like you would think. At least not with the games I play. Maybe that's the better way of putting it. I think the issue was I was already getting almost max FPS in every game that I play. I run most of my games at like medium high settings, but most of them are like multiplayer titles. Black Myth Wukong, I didn't really notice a major difference, believe it or not, even though that was a AAA single player. Didn't notice a massive difference. But it runs good. I like it. Your biggest upgrade was from the RTX 5060. What'd you go to? You're not going to go top end again, waste of money. Oh, I tell people that all the time. I tell people only go top end if you're making money off your build, or if you're on your build. I mean, if you're on your build like 5 hours a day or whatever, I get it. Like that, it's your life. That's fine. But I'm at the point where like I go on my game pretty much every day. I would say on average, per week, I probably game about an hour to 2 hours every day, right, at home. And then here at the office, I'm on my PC for at least a couple hours a day. So on average, I'm on a PC about, I'd say like 3, maybe 4 hours per day. Half of it gaming, half of it doing work. So, my life's kind of tech. And then when I'm here, I guess it's kind of more because of benchmarking and stuff. I'm not keeping the build or anything, but you guys get the idea. I do it for a living, so like I shouldn't really feel bad about investing in learning and having good parts and having bad parts. I should know how everything runs. Media upgrade, be prioritizing an OLED monitor. Hey, that's the biggest thing that like Matt and Jonah, and I'm kind of even on the train of too. I don't have an OLED. I don't know if I'll get an OLED anytime soon, honestly, because I just, about 6 months ago, I bought new monitors. I went budget though. I just wanted matching 32-inch, so I got 32-inch, I think it was 1 millisecond response time, 180 hertz, and they're 1440p. I think they're KTC or Karui. They're cheap. I mean, they're like $200 a monitor. I really didn't want to spend, because honestly, I really don't want one. If I'm going to get an OLED, I'm getting matching OLEDs. And I don't want to spend $1,000 on 2 monitors. So, yeah. I also have not really been playing many single-player games. I really have not in many years. I mean, I'll go through a single-player phase every so often, but I don't know. I just don't have the urge. A lot of single-player games I'm playing are like older games too, where like I don't really care to have an OLED on those. Chat. Know what I'm saying, chat. All right, we're coming back to the peel. I need to plug stuff into the board anyways. All right, let's go front and rear. Pull the rear around here. Do you prefer the 9070 XT or 5070? Well, like I said, the 9070 XT is better, to my knowledge, than the 5070. I don't really know by how much. I know the price, difference is pretty significant, but I would say the 9070 XT if I had to pick between the two, just because of the more, more VRAM, more performance. It's AMD, which is sick. I've always rooted for AMD. Like I said, even back when FX like sucked compared to Intel, I was an FX kid. I never had Intel. Even at the office here, I'm the only one that has Ryzen at the office. Everyone else here is running Intel. Funny enough, they're all most of them are running Ryzen at home, but here Intel works great for us. We don't have any issues. But we always tell people when they're like, hating on Intel, we're like, well, most of our PCs here are Intel and work pretty good. Jonah's PC is Intel. It's cool. I like it. I said it kind of reminds me of like it's more of a LAN cool style case. It's not typical what you would think of with Leanly. They have a couple of LAN cool cases. Like that's like a line. You know what I mean? Like I think they have, what is it, the LAN Cool 205, and that's the only one I can think of. Yeah.
That still has the mesh.
Maybe. I don't know, maybe all their LAN Cools were two big fans in the front. I don't know. Ooh, I like that video idea. Fixing Leanly screen LCD issues. No way. We can't even fix those on our own.
I don't know how to do that.
Literally, one of our employees' PCs is all Leanly. We can't even fix it. None of his RGB works right. Yeah, he was having to disable the... Like, he said he fixed the RGB, but then to play certain games, he has to disable it. Yeah. So I helped you out, and I got all the build rooms empty. All the builds listed, they're all up front. They all got their tags on them, reset. Now you gotta keep up with them this week, all right?
I had been, but we kept getting.
Don't yell at me, Jonah. I come when I'm scared. You shall not pass. McAllister. Oh, it's for that one day. McAllister, I wanted this 3 days ago. Thank you.
I've been craving it. Yeah, I did.
Ooh, the Muffy? The Muffy side one. You know what's funny? I was craving it that day too. Was that Friday? No, Thursday, right?
I think so.
I went to, I forgot, I had to go to Best Buy because I was starting my build challenge on Facebook, and I was waiting on the guy, and I was still craving McDonald's, and I can't really get anything on the lunch menu, so I just got a large fry, and it's satiated. Felt good. Is that an empanada? No, it's a hash brown and a cheese biscuit. That'd be a crazy little thing, wouldn't it? Thank you for the sub, Swiftest. I'm gonna guess burrito. No, that's not it at all. It's Swiftest bunny. I was reading the one up there, and I saw burr, and I'm like, burrito? Nope, bunny. Everybody have a good weekend? Yep. Oh, he's a pretty famous actor. What's his name? Was he the one in Alvin and the Chipmunks too? No, his name was just Dave. Maybe that wasn't the same guy though. Because you remember, Alvin. He was always yelling at Alvin because Alvin was always up to shit. Yep. You do give Chipmunk vibes.
Wait.
Shouldn't be. Are you connected to the new Wi-Fi? Well, actually, all this. I think all this stuff should be the same, actually.
It's now.
Theodore has the most fun. He literally pays no attention to all his problems.
He's a quirky little guy.
Like, everybody always wants to be like, oh, or the smart one. It's like, oh, dude, there's always an side. Like,
And he's always having fun.
he's always fucking, always fixing all the problems. And he's like, oh, I'm real sorry, guys. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna make more problems. Better.
Yeah.
As much fun as he wants.
He never learns.
Beyond.
Hey, Dave. Tim Davis is.
Oh, really?
I
I like that. Really? I don't know.
Like, go to
Well, the main
backwards where
character's
I'll
name
keep
is
cat all the
John.
time. Got it.
John. I don't know.
Oh.
Some of these calling me.
Some of them are random. I didn't have enough.
Definitely not.
There probably is the kit.
Oh,
Yeah, see, it's these ones here.
oh.
But it gets a cover.
We're missing.
Well, let's just keep them matching-ish.
$7.
I don't really want to either. You know, I literally, I said to chat this morning, I said I need to finish the build before Jonah gets here, because then I have to do a lot more work. And here I am.
I said they're
You can't even
covered.
see them. Oh, it's
I
fine.
know. Oh.
It's fine.
Are there so many?
Oh. Really only one ARGB? Oh, there's two. Okay.
Shocked with this.
Worse. Urus. Jonah saying something crazy? What? The hole. No. Nope. Which one? Oh, I thought you meant like the shooting set. Yeah, because the receiver was dead on the stream one. Yeah. You know, usual DJI probs.
Chat, you didn't want me, but you got me. You're welcome.
Got fan headers looking too. All right, what
You
fan,
get USB-C too?
what fan headers we got?
You can go down here at the bottom.
How many?
4 down here.
Oh. Well, that's all of them.
If you're gonna read it, the other, those 2 can go to the right one here. Right turn.
It is. Not a lot to it.
Shoo. Oh, I lost the 4th one.
Ooh, Plum Crazy said I wanted.
That's the thing. You always want what you can't have. So. Oh man. That'll work.
This guy's special, chat.
I'm one of one. Not really though, because I have a twin. So
You're one of 2.
I'm one of 2. You can look. You can try for the other one. He's usually not available though either.
He's hard to get a hold of.
He's always working. And this is my first time. I wanted to look into this this case because this is the Vector V100 from Liam Lee, guys, and it's like a $60 case without fans, which is pretty cheap for Liam Lee. It's one of their cheapest cases they've ever made, and it's got ATX, so that's pretty neat. And then it's like 75 or 79. I think it's $79 with 4 pre-installed fans from them. We had these Okinos fans laying around, so I thought might as well put them to use and save the $20. So yeah, $79 if you wanted a case with all Liam Lee fans, like the 4 right here, 3 on the back here, reverse blade. So it's got a cool little design on the bottom left too.
Yeah, everything's slanted.
And an RGB strip. So that's cool. And a nice front panel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Lee and Lee's, I feel like they were one of the first to adopt the single header.
I love when they do that. It's so easy. When's Gigabyte gonna stop doing the freaking side free header? Like when?
Never. Once it hurts someone. So we haven't taken it far enough yet. This the case also has like a little RGB strip in it, I noticed. You see that?
Yeah, on the front.
Mm-hmm.
It really reminds me of that Okinos Aqua 9, but it's cheaper. So, which is crazy because Okinos is like the budget kings.
And Lee and Lee said, hold my beer.
Lee and Lee's the hold my beer, put it on Klarna because you're gonna need it.
I'll tell you what, they said you can get our case cheap, but when you want to get all of our other products,
Yeah,
we're gonna make up that cost,
real quick.
and it's not gonna work. Have
Yeah.
fun.
Exactly. I just wish their software was just less intrusive and easier to run.
I honestly just wish they would just do more ARGB products at this point.
Yeah.
Like maybe go ARGB for all the RGB, and then so like the streamer cables, the fans, and then anything that needs like a software just
Put it
be
on
the
USB.
LCD stuff.
Yeah, put it on USB, and then if you're gonna give, and then that way if you're gonna get it, then you can just get the, you know, that that
Mainly
USB
power
hub, the
supply.
USB, yeah, the only power supply with the USB hub in the back. But even then,
All for
though,
$200.
it's like we got that for a Zach's build, and it
Still
didn't really
no.
didn't really net.
I mean, it really is just a
positive
USB
result.
hub. It's not like it's not magic like people think it is. It's just a USB hub connected to a power supply. So it's cool because it provides power to the USB, so it's like high-powered USB, but didn't really seem to do much for us.
Unfortunately.
Our boy's still in there dying.
Oh yeah. Every day.
Dying every day.
Yeah, how bad's the SAG? can't even really see it. It's not. Yeah, it's there. But it's just the prime model. It should be. I just don't think there's a EP sag bracket we have that is this tall. Also, speaking of, could we? Now that we have
Yeah,
Wi-Fi.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed. Can we use Big Chungus? Hold up. Oh my god.
Mushroom head.
Big old mushroom. Yeah, do we leave it or no? God, look at it. So freaking huge.
I mean, it doesn't look. Is that even the? I thought that's not even the biggest one.
That's not even the biggest
Isn't
one.
there one in there that's like ridiculous? Like
Wait.
that one looks pretty normal to me, but there's one in there I swear that's like,
I don't think we have it anymore. I think it was
Did we use
used.
it?
Maybe.
holy crap.
This one. This is the tallest one we got.
No, yeah, because there was one in there. I remember where like the head part was like huge.
I mean, this head part is massive. Like, you definitely don't need this big of a head.
yeah.
So no head?
Little boo boo lover boy.
Is common PC building.
Did you get the refund? So when are you buying? When are you going new?
He offered me.
Yeah, like when are you doing it?
PC
How
building
fast will
myth.
that one go?
That
Woohoo!
and the batteries.
Dude, that's insane.
That's the one I wanted. He offered,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
but then
So this question's PC building myths.
yeah.
Ooh, all right. I'm gonna do a.
building.
So related to PC building.
Yeah. Andrew had a good one.
It is for some people.
Oh, wait,
Trust
she's
me.
also really good.
As someone who, yeah, she's built thousands of
I
PCs.
agree with you.
As someone who has to come in and fix people's attempted builds,
Oh, yeah.
it is harder than it looks for a lot of people.
I think it's
Okay.
too.
You ready, Jonah?
PC building myths?
I don't have one yet.
No one said static wrist.
Oh.
It's the classic.
Oh, that's it.
If you want to cheap out, if you have nothing better to say,
Hey, that still is common though. People still think you need those.
I like how it like just snaps on.
Feels
That
feels
is
plasticky.
It is pretty plasticky, but I mean it is, cheap case.
How much is
$60 without the fans. And Lee.
next bill, maybe?
Who else has a big head? Ask Joner.
I'm gonna turn it on. All right, let me think. Let me think here. PC building myth.
Myth?
Turn it on. Turn it on.
What are RGBs?
Just how it's supposed to sound. You gotta wait.
It comes-
Gotta wait. Wait.
It's all on ARGB, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably
It'll
take-
load in.
Try to take a minute.
Even the strip is on RGB.
Mm-hmm. Boards break.
I don't know
Probably.
if I'm the bill.
I got a good deal on it. It was renewed.
You have one yet, Noah?
VRAM isn't everything, but that's like more like a PC related.
Yeah,
We're
that
talking
was
about
gonna be
PC
mine.
We're talking about PC,
Yeah, like bill.
PC building.
There.
Yeah, don't listen to what she said. It's harder than it looks.
Don't build your own. Buy from PCBros.
Yeah.
That's some shit Tyler would say. Can we ramp down, please? We're on DRAM still.
Hey, John, I got another repair for you.
No, can't.
Look, here's your example. PC building's not as easy as you think.
Also, not the YouTube.
Dude, I'm gonna hurt myself.
So can I talk about? Can I talk about specific? Maybe.
Yeah, they are reverse
Honestly,
blade.
if you can. I was
Can-
just seeing how this thing's harder niche.
Can it be by PC hardware in your PC build? Okay. We'll do one. I got one idea. I got an idea. All right, if you're building a new PC, and especially if you're on DDR5, you don't need 4 sticks of RAM. It's actually preferred that you don't use 4 sticks. So get the right amount the first time, and you'll be good to go. Or you know what?
Yeah, here I'll do what Snark said about the air bubbles.
I'll actually kind of want to change mine. So, despite what Andrea said, PC building is not as easy as it looks. So I definitely recommend watching a ton of videos. And for instance, like this, things like this happen where it just doesn't post. So, yeah, PC building isn't as easy as it looks.
All right. Now my myth is going to be AIOs and mounting points and air bubbles. So realistically, most AIOs, the pump is actually built into the block, and therefore you want your top point of air and liquid to be at the topmost point, so gravity. So in this case, having this AIO up top is definitely the best way to go. I know I always see people like the Classic Gamers Nexus where they'll run this down low. That would actually be really bad for this cooler since the pump would be the highest point of gravity. So it's just based on where your pump is. There are some rare cases where the pump is built into the back of the radiator. That's a case where it's not a bad idea to have it lower. Your build's cooked, man.
Do we try a different RAM?
No, I mean, I haven't even tried unseating and reseating it yet.
That's
That'd be
true.
my first thing. So let's turn it off.
You're gonna need it.
You're gonna have to hold it down. He's dead, Jim. Jimbo. You know, one thing that was really weird about this board is the NVMe was really hard to get in. And
Really?
that shouldn't. Yeah, I don't think it should stop. It was real. It was the hardest NVMe I've ever had
Oh
to
my
get
gosh.
into. It was weird.
You receive both?
Hmm?
You
Yeah.
receive okay.
And I didn't take him fully out. I just popped him like halfway and then
Mhm.
pushed him back in.
Ah,
See?
Jackie Chan.
Knowledge.
Jack's son really didn't have that bit seated.
Oh,
pretty cool.
You hear that, Chad? It's my fault. Jonas said, let's try a different RAM. And I said, let's try the easier route.
Hmm.
Not my fault. You planned a bad build.
Yeah, that's just a bad build because it wouldn't post the first time.
No, I mean, I definitely see what you're going for. There were some sacrifices made for sure.
You think so?
Didn't get a 5090, didn't get a 90
Yeah.
3D.
Yeah.
I get it.
mean,
You don't have a
honestly,
lot of money.
I should have had more I should have had more money to put into the build. Like I really sacrificed a lot here. We're getting close for you guys.
All right, chat. What do y'all think of this one? Got a little extended stream, a little bit of a PCBros short.
Oh, I should have. That's such a good
Troubleshooting?
one. There's no such thing as future-proofing when PC building.
That
agree
is a
with
good
that.
one.
I fully
Zach
agree with that.
would I wonder. He probably won't ask him for this one. That would be because Zach had a good point with that.
It's like,
I mean, I've always believed in that too. I just never really vocalized it. I feel like.
why you put him back into the GPU?
Oh my bad. I meant to put him in the.
I was like, wait, no, I just took those out. Yeah, because it's like I have people come in with like pretty low end builds with like 1,000-watt power supplies, but it doesn't have ATX 3.1.
Yeah.
So it's like, well,
That's a good example
now you
of.
can't use your power supply.
You can't
It's an
predict the
adapter.
future. I mean, you can't, and that's a lot of people I think go into PCs thinking it's they're like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and get this 1,200-watt power supply, and it's like, for all I know, the 24 pin might not be a thing in a couple years. I'm not saying I know that, but like I've heard rumors for years that the 24 pin is one of the biggest, bulkiest connectors. Look at HP, look at Dell, look at a lot of the OEMs. They're freaking powering their whole builds with a 4-pin. So clearly, you can do something. I wouldn't be surprised to see like the 16-pin at some point be almost
my
like the new
gosh.
24-pin.
I mean, it is delivering more power.
It would be crazy. I'm not saying that they're going to do that, but that's just an example. Like, you just don't ever know what they're going to do. I mean, dude, look at BTF. That's another great example. Like, it didn't really stick very well, but like, imagine if it did. It would have changed like how a lot of our PC builds get upgraded and built. You would have had to do a lot of case swapping. We would have seen a lot of motherboard swaps, even graphics card swaps, because some graphics cards are BTF. So, yeah, there's a lot of things that happen in the PC world that can definitely be risky to really go ham on the whole upgrade path thing.
BTF could kill, yeah. I think like some of the new BTF builds have the integrated PCIe power in the back.
Yeah.
So then you don't even have to plug anything
That's
into the GPU.
well, then the GPU is also proprietary.
Yep.
That's why whenever we were talking about the other day, like the whole future-proofing thing too. I think future-proofing is very similar. Or sorry, that's what we're talking about. Future-proofing versus upgrade path. I think upgrade path falls in the same thing as future-proofing, where Matt and I don't really see eye to eye fully on that, but I think Intel is still like a great choice for a lot of people because you're not going to upgrade your AM5 build for the next 7 years like you think you are. I promise you won't. You will upgrade your whole build because what's going to happen is a new board's going to come out. It's going to be like a B950. It's the only board that has access to, let's say, DDR6 or something. And it's like, oh, well, you can just do the Intel route. You can just have, instead of a DDR6 build, you can go DDR5. And then people are like, no, I kind of want the new RAM. That's what's going to happen. There's going to be some new features that are going to come out that only certain boards are going to have, so you're going to do a whole board swap anyways. Telling y'all, promise.
Unless you start like super budget, like let's say a really entry-level Ryzen 5.
Yeah,
The
like
thing is,
7400F or something.
if you were building a balanced build out of the gate, then it almost never makes sense to do the upgrade path focused thing, because at that point, it's like you're going to have to upgrade the whole system. And then at that point, there's so much new technology out that you're just going to want to do a new build.
Yep.
I don't know. I feel like I am. Like, whenever I had a 2070 Super and a Ryzen 7 3700X, and I'm like,
You could have upgraded it.
I could have upgraded it, but I'm like, I wanted DDR5, I wanted a new case, I wanted a new GPU. I'm like, at that point, I might as well just build a whole new build and get more money out of an entire PC sale.
Yeah,
sale.
and,
So
and that's it. People rely so heavily on this multi-million-dollar corporation like AMD's like, oh, we're going to have AM5 CPUs coming out until what, like 2030 or something, 2027? And it's like, you don't know that. For all you know, the next generation may have something really groundbreaking that comes through. And then AMD says, well, all right, if we want to have access to PCIe 6, we're going to have to do new board, guys. We're sorry. We're going to have new CPUs because these only do Gen 5. Like, you just don't know. And why are you trusting a multi-million-dollar corporation? I mean, look at Windows. Windows 10 was going to be the last Windows ever made. How's that working for y'all?
people are finding out right about now that that's not going to be the case. It's funny too because so that block is so bright. It's funny too because some people still love. I remember people didn't like Windows 10 when it came out, and now people don't like Windows 11.
Mm-hmm.
But now everyone's like, "My God, don't leave us Windows 10." Yeah, that's the build, boys. Did we cook, chat? We cooketh.
My grandkids will still be on AM5? Oh, no.
That.
No, AM5 is great. Like, I mean, I almost always prefer, like I was telling Chad earlier, I've been an AMD boy my whole life. I've never had Intel. But I think people, discrediting, 13th, 14th, 12th, and Ultra are just wrong. I think that they have, I think that they're very competitive with AMD. The biggest argument people always have is upgrade path. And I'm like, none of the upgrade path's even out yet. You don't know what it's going to be, chat. Please. Think. Don't trust Lisa Sue.
Shout out Lisa, though.
She's pretty cool.
Indeed.
Oh, thank you, Kermit. I think it's muffins.
Oh, Kermit sent us muffins?
Kermit, you're so sweet. Didn't you buy us pizza on Friday, too? That was some good-ass pizza, dude. Craft House.
On Friday?
Oh, hometown.
No,
hometown.
we got. No, I thought we got.
We did. I ordered more.
You ordered more.
But I think Kermit sent us, when we were in this room, we had a box of hometown pizza.
Oh, my goodness.
And it was the cheese where they put, like, the feta. It's, like, multi-layers of cheese.
I was going to say, when I was here, it was Little Caesars.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they still slap, man.
Mm-hmm.
They got it. Got it real good.
Lisa Sue tattoo. Uh-oh.
Imagine. Are the 7800 X3D and 9800 X3 overrated and overhyped? I don't think the 7800 X3D is overhyped because you can get it for like really close to the newer Ryzen 7s, and I'd probably still take the X3D.
You should have copped a slice. You could have, Grim. We had extra.
And 9800 X3D for it being $500 right now. I mean, I think I would put it this way. I think it's properly rated. I would not buy a 9800 X3D and pair it with a 5070. Like, I would rather buy a lesser CPU, buy the next bump up in terms of graphics
Hey,
card.
I had mine with the 4070.
Yeah,
But it was overkill. Like I said, I didn't really notice a big difference in my 5800X.
I would say it's properly rated, and it's only overrated if you're going to sacrifice a GPU upgrade for the CPU.
Just
That's what I
drag
would
chat,
say.
Yona.
So I have a 7800 XRD with a 4070 Ti, and I think that's like the perfect combo for like just a really well balanced build. And you could even go up to a 5080 if I really wanted 90. 9070 XT with 9000 XRD is great. I think it's a nice combo because you're getting like at that point you're at the top of AMD GPUs, so there's really nowhere else you can go unless you went previous gen. And at that point you might as well go with a 9800 XRD. Yeah, 7800 XRD is like, and it's still so close to this to 9800 XRD, and it's like $120 cheaper. Like I would 100% go with that before the 9800 XRD in a lot of the cases, unless the 9800 XRD came. CPU, I mean, and it also comes down to what you're doing aside from gaming. If you're just gaming, then I think it's just fine. And then on top of that, if you're primarily playing graphically demanding games, I think the 7800 XRD is just fine. Like it's like a marginal jump. So yeah. And no need to upgrade the 7800 XRD. You're gonna see nothing, no difference, like at all. Nothing at all. We're guiding the raid to Stunt Mama. Jackson? He's talking, I think, right now. Oh man, the 9950 XRD is the best CPU on the market right now, but it is just expensive. If you can afford it, it's worth. Did you see that, Jackson? We gotta guide the raid to Stunt Mama. Yes, sir. At least that's what I saw in the chat. So I could be wrong. I could have been gaslit, but yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. The 7800 XRD is still really expensive, but if you're looking for a high-end CPU for gaming, that's the one I would go with. But not trying to break the bank. All right, guys, we are rating Stunt Mama in a couple seconds. So thanks for watching the stream. Thanks for watching the PC build, and we will see you all later. PC Bros, this one will be at PCBros.tech for a pretty good price. Toasty Bros on checkout, you'll save 3%. Later, guys.